Welcome back everyone to another video, and today I will be counting down the top 10 most likely surprise entrants in the men's 2024 Royal Rumble match, which is taking place tonight. So, let's just hurry up and count them down. Well, what you gonna do, brother, when the Hulkster makes his triumphant return in the 2024 Royal Rumble, throws out over the top rope 29 other men to go and main event WrestleMania 40? Okay, this isn't happening. I think on the YouTube channel of WWE, I think that's where it was, they did this 40-year celebration of Hulk Hogan, and Hulk Hogan said this.
But don't forget the wild card factor. You never know who's going to show up. You never know. I might have one left in me.
He's a 70-year-old man who's walking with a cane and always had these problems with his back. So I don't think that he's going to be coming back at all. This isn't even on the list. It's just as a joke. But still, let's actually get into the top 10. So coming up at the bottom of my list, we have Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF. I truly believe that he is signed with All Elite Wrestling. I do not believe that he will be making an appearance at AEW, and I think he's just taking time off of AEW to speculate if he's going to be coming back. I feel like this is entirely storyline, well, not entirely storyline based. I genuinely believe he's injured and needs time off, but I believe the reason why he's gone is mostly storyline based. So I do not believe he will be making an appearance at the Royal Rumble tonight. Up next, we have the whole effing show, Rob Van Dam. I don't really see it happening, but if it did, I would be cool with it. I feel like it's kind of unlikely, but you never know with the WWE. They could have RVD. MJF is still a possibility, even though I think it's not going to happen. I'm very confident. I would bet money that MJF will not be there. RVD, though, we're getting more into the territory of I don't know. I just think it's unlikely. I really have no idea. It'd be very cool to see RVD there, because I really like RVD. I've always loved RVD. So it would be pretty cool to see him again on WWE television. And that's all I have to say. I don't think he's going to show up, but it would be really cool if he did. Up next, I have Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I don't think he's going to be showing up. I believe that, and this is strictly in the Royal Rumble match, so I'm not saying that he's not going to show up after the Roman Reigns match to call out Roman Reigns. I'm saying strictly in the Royal Rumble match. I feel that it is very unlikely for The Rock to be in the match, but more likely than MJF or RVD. But still, I think it is pretty unlikely for it to happen, because The Rock already has the match set for WrestleMania. Because if The Rock is there, he's going to main event WrestleMania. He doesn't need to win the Royal Rumble, so I feel like it would be best if they gave the Royal Rumble to someone who did need it, like Gunther, or even CM Punk, because CM Punk, he doesn't really need it, but at the same time, he could use it. There's no reason on God's green earth to give The Rock the Royal Rumble win. And if he's in the Royal Rumble, you best be assured that he is winning the Royal Rumble, because there's no one on the roster who would be able to throw out The Rock. Legitimately, no one could throw him out. So that's why I'm saying that I feel like it is extremely unlikely for him to be in the Rumble. But more likely than RVD or MJF. Up next, we have Big E, who I could possibly see being in the Royal Rumble. He said that he doesn't know a timeline on when he can return, but I feel like he could return. Like, I feel like he just may be saying that just so people don't speculate. But, I feel like Big E could possibly return tonight at the Rumble. I mean, there are 6 more guys? Yeah, 6 more guys that I could see being in the Rumble more likely than Big E. But that doesn't mean that I don't think that he could, like, not be in the Rumble. I believe that there's a good chance that Big E could be in the Rumble. So, I mean, that's all I really have to say on it. So let's just move on. Up next, we got the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar. I feel like there's a decent chance that he could make his Royal Rumble return. Although with all the allegations with Vince McMahon, I've heard that there's a chance that he won't show up because of that. And all I'm going to say is I really don't know, but that hasn't changed my opinion on whether or not Brock Lesnar is going to show up. I think it's right down the middle. It's literally like number 6, which we're about halfway through this list, you know? So I'm thinking he's right in the middle. He may show up. He may not show up. I wouldn't be surprised if he did show up, and I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't show up. So that's all I really have to say on the topic. Next up, we have Sean Waltman, a.k.a. X-Pac. All I've heard is that there's rumors that X-Pac may be there, and for some reason, this year, out of all years, I kind of believe that he'll show up. He's denied that he's going to be at the Rumble, which, I mean, you never know. It could mean that he's going to be there, or it could mean he's telling the truth. You really never know with these types of situations. But there's been rumors that X-Pac is going to be in the Rumble for years, probably about a decade at this point, that he's going to be a surprise entrant in the Royal Rumble. It's never happened. I've never believed that it was going to happen. For some reason, until this year, I just believe there's a couple more people that are more likely to show up than he is. But still, I wouldn't be surprised if X-Pac shows up, which is the first time. I think the first rumors of him gonna be showing up at the Rumble were like 2016, and I have never believed them until now, 2024, and I don't know why, but it's just a gut feeling. So maybe that means that this year will be different and he will show up, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see tonight. Next up, we got the Master, the 619, Rey Mysterio, making his return after having, I can't remember if it was knee surgery or back surgery. I think it was knee surgery, but I'm not quite sure. Like, he had some surgery and has been out for quite some time, and I believe that he could be making his return to WWE television tonight at the Royal Rumble. I just feel like there's 3 other guys who are more likely to show up than Rey Mysterio, because they could use Rey Mysterio's return into something into a feud with Santos Escobar. Like, Santos Escobar could, let's say, win the United States Championship, and then Rey Mysterio returns and calls him out, and that would be the rivalry. But I really don't know. He may return tonight. He may not return tonight. Wouldn't be surprised if he did. Kinda would be a little surprised if he didn't. But, still, that's just what I think. Rey Mysterio comes in at number 4. Getting into the top 3, we have Sheamus at number 3. I feel like there's a very good chance that Sheamus could show up at tonight's Royal Rumble. Now that Pete Dunne is gone doing something else, formerly known as Butch, and I believe that his other stablemate, I can't remember his name right now for some reason, I'm just completely blanking, but he's off doing something else too. Ridge Holland's off doing something else too, and so I feel like now more than ever would be a great time to bring back Sheamus, because now he would actually be in a singles run, and I've heard that they may even bring back his old theme, you know? It's a shameful thing, a lobster head, you know, the classic. Anyway, I heard that they may be bringing that theme song back, and Sheamus may be coming back. So I believe that there's a good chance that Sheamus will be back. So much so that I put him in number 3. Coming in at number 2, we have Andrade El Idolo, or I guess he would be called like Andrade or Andrade Cien Almas in WWE. I feel like he's going to make his return to the company tonight after leaving AEW. I feel like this is the next step for him, is to go back to WWE, especially now that Triple H is in charge, because his run was great in NXT when he had Triple H in charge of his booking. And now that Triple H is in charge of WWE's booking and would be in charge of his booking, I have a feeling that Andrade would want to come back, especially since his wife is also in the company. It really just, there's no reason why he would not want to go back to WWE, why he would rather like scour the indies. So I have a feeling that Andrade is going to be going back to WWE and is going to make his return maybe in like the early to mid 20s range in the Royal Rumble. But that's just what I think. Let me know what y'all think. But before I start making an outro out of nowhere, let's get to number 1. And coming in at number 1, I feel like it is guaranteed that Sami Zayn will make his return at the Royal Rumble. He's only been gone for a short amount of time, but I believe the injury he had is like a storyline injury and not an actual like injury. So he's only been gone for like 2 months due to a injury caused by Drew McIntyre. But I feel like it's basically guaranteed we will see Sami Zayn show up in the Royal Rumble. If you're betting money on anybody on this list, I would say bet your money on Sami Zayn, because I believe that it is guaranteed. I believe Sami Zayn will be coming back and making a triumphant return, probably to start a rivalry with Drew McIntyre to set up that for WrestleMania. But still, I believe Sami Zayn will be coming back. Anyways, that is going to do it for my top 10 most likely surprise entrants in the Royal Rumble. Comment down below what you think of my list. If you think I'm right, if you think I'm wrong, let me know in the comment section down below. And while you're down there, might as well hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and like the video as well. Anyways, that'll be all. Peace.